Boys, the downfall of Argentina is right here, bro. That's something this guy called Chapo Football is talking about. This guy from Brazil. You can see a whole lot of flags about Brazil. Obviously, he's a fucking hater and a fucking fan of Palmeiras, bro. So, I just want to see what this guy talking about. Scary downfall for Argentina. I know everybody wish for Argentina to fall. That's why Lisandro Martinez said, the downfall of the greats always been the joy for the mediocre, bro. Everybody was celebrating Argentina losing, which I believe, personally, as a big Argentina fan, Argentina was not going to lose that game. Like the way Tagliafico put literally Lamine Yamal in his pockets. That was crazy. But I believe the injuries of Lisandro, injuries of Romero, two best central backs, even Tagliafico in the game on injury, and then that fucked up substitutions which could never let Lautaro play. I believe that's what fucked them up in the final. Even when they got a red card, Spain could not score, bro. Spain needed like Scaloni to make a mistake and bring Nahuel Molina for them to find an opening in the second half of the extra time, bro. Spain dominated the whole game, but Spain could not find a way to score even when the team was 10 men down. So regardless, Argentina gave us the best fun, and I'm a big Argentina fan, so me defending Argentina, this guy attacking Argentina, I believe that's gonna be a really good video. Really good video for balance. Let's go.
Football, including myself. Look, I've seen a lot of people talk about the downfall of Brazilian football, including myself, right? We made an entire video here at Chappelle Football talking about it, the reasons, and doing a deep dive. Rightfully so, because Brazil hasn't been good for quite some time.
Facts.
And again, I don't have to talk about that right now. There's a whole video about it. But what I'm not seeing is people talking about how mediocre Argentina is about to become in the post-Messi era. And it's not just because Messi's career is coming to an end. There's much more to it. And I fully understand most of you are going to call me a hater, saying, how can you talk about the downfall or Argentina being mediocre when they just finished in second place in the 2026 World Cup? They won the 2022 World Cup. They won the last two Copa Americas. And understand, it's much easier to call them crap when they're crap in 2030 and 2034 than it is to do it now. But I'm doing it right now because I got balls. I got big balls. And I'm telling you right now.
I think I see this guy predicting the whole World Cup, bro. If this guy supported your team will lose.
Argentina is about to become very mediocre. Hello. If you're new here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to Chappelle Football. And today, I want to talk about Argentina.
Let's see the facts, though. I want to see the facts.
And listen, before you call me a hater, which if you want to call me a hater, it's fine. You're going to want to hear me out throughout the video and draw your own conclusion. We're going to talk about the Maradona era versus the Messi era, the issues with Argentine clubs, their projected roster for the 2030 World Cup, and much more. And when you have all that information, all that data, you can tell me if I'm a hater or if I'm probably going to be right. I'm just saying their future is not really looking good. Now, make sure to drop a like in this video if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe. We're getting very close to 30,000 subscribers, which would be awesome. But again, dropping a like is a great way to support the channel for free. And in the comments section down below, let me know. Do you think Argentina's in trouble once Messi retires, or they'll be all right? Okay, let's roll the intro and start the episode. Oh, wait. I forgot to say one thing. And this video is brought to you by 1978, 1997. Differences between the Maradona era and the Messi era. I think it's a lot worse now. So Maradona's professional career started in 1970.
A lot worse. This Argentina team is the most successful team for the past 5 years, bro.
76 and ended in 1997. However, he was not with Argentina when they won the World Cup in 1978. He also wasn't with Argentina when they won the 1991 and 1993 Copa Americas. They won both of those without Maradona while he was an active player. He didn't play the 1991 and 1993 Copa America because he was suspended due to drug use. So during the time where Maradona was an active professional player, Argentina did win two Copa Americas and one World Cup without him. Now, mind you, he was crucial for them to win the 1986 World Cup. He was the main player. Many even say he carried that team. And he also got Argentina to the 1990 World Cup final where they lost in the final. But understand, they won 3 big trophies without him. Even though 1978 was very iffy, shall I say, that World Cup. We made a whole video about it as well, about Argentina's previous World Cup trophies and all the controversies. But anyhow, Argentina won a World Cup and 2 Copa Americas without Maradona. Now, Messi, on the other hand, was never left out of a World Cup roster for Argentina, even when he was a prospect, and ever since he became the focal point around 2008, he made it to 3 World Cup finals, he won one of those World Cups, he won an Olympic gold medal, and 2 Copa Americas with Argentina, and he's still active, of course.
In a finalissima.
And I do think the post-Messi era will be similar to the post-Maradona era, because Argentina didn't really win a single trophy from what, like 1993 all the way to what, 2021.
Yeah.
And I think and that's the post Diego Maradona era, right? Even though he played till 1997, he wasn't really playing that much for the national team because he kept getting suspended due to drug use. And I think the post Messi era will be very similar to the post Maradona era, where Argentina wins nothing. Now, the era itself, it's much worse because Argentina is much more dependent of Messi than they were of Maradona. Can you imagine the current...
Yeah, you guys wonder why Argentina's so good? Why they defeat teams? It's because they got passion. Those guys, they're just passionate. They don't have players who cost a lot of money. They don't have players who are scary or are crazy. But when you bring Tagliafico, bro, have you seen the way that nigga was playing in the fucking final, bro? That guy was scary. That guy put Lamine in his pockets. When Montiel put Cucurella in his pockets, was so good. So they always have passion. When you see Lisandro Martinez play for Argentina, he's literally the different Lisandro who played for Manchester United. 2 different people. So I believe they do that because of one man, Messi. They are passionate. They are ready to die on a pitch. They are ready to cry for Messi, which is, I believe, the difference between Argentina and Portugal. Because in Argentina, everybody's willing to die for Messi. But in Portugal, everybody doesn't want to give a fuck about Ronaldo. I might give you a simple example. Every single time, look when Portugal is eliminated, bro. Ronaldo is the only person crying. He's the only person showing any type of passion. Every other team, they don't give a fuck. But you remember when Argentina got eliminated on the final, when they lost the final, everybody was crying. Everybody was sad. But you know, that's rare to see Argentina get eliminated because the last time they got eliminated was 2019. Literally, Scaloni took a team for 7 years. Nobody could eliminate them except Saudi. Saudi is the only team to fight them and win. But ever since, no other team could manage to do it. So Argentina is good because of their passion, something no other team have, and have that passion because of Messi. So the question is, are these people going to keep having the same passion when Messi's not there? That's the only question we always like to ask.
Argentine squad winning any trophy without Messi? Could you imagine that? Because they did without Maradona 3 times. And look at...
Yeah, this guy's speaking facts now, though.
At these stats. Just look at it yourself of how dependent the current Argentina is of Lionel Messi.
Yep.
In the 2026 World Cup, Messi led Argentina in goals, assists, chances created, big chances created, and successful dribbles per 90. In the 2022 World Cup, Messi led Argentina in goals, assists...
Yeah, for you guys who don't know, this World Cup, Argentina scored 19 goals. Messi was directly involved in 12 of those. 12 goals and assists. But also even the goal versus Cape Verde of Cristiano Romero. That guy who touched with the arm, that should be a Messi assist. I may say 13. Even the Lisandro goal came from a Messi corner. Like, Messi, bro, the Argentina team is dependent on Messi. So it may say like 13 or 14 goals out of the 19 came from Messi straight. Look, for example, the 2022. They scored 15 goals. 10 goals came straight from Messi. He scored 7, he assisted 3. Even look, the Di Maria goal on a final. Messi still was involved in big chances. He was still involved in every attack, basically. But direct goals and assists, he has 10 out of the 15 goals, bro. They are so dependent on him so much. And that's something which everybody can see. But what is the guy talking about?
Chances created, big chances created, and he was only behind Di Maria in successful dribbles per 90. Di Maria, another player that is gone already, okay? By the way, just to make that clear. And then in 2021, the 2021 Copa America, Messi led Argentina in goals, assists, chances created, big chances created, and he was also only behind Di Maria in successful dribbling attempts per 90 or dribbles per 90. And then in the 2024 Copa America, he struggled from a statistical standpoint, but he was crucial for Argentina to win it in the United States. So as you can see, this is a team that's heavily reliant on Messi, like a lot. And the other guy that...
But they won a Copa America without Messi that much impacting them, though. Even they won a final without him.
was shining was Di Maria. He's also done. What's my point?
Nah, Di Maria was not the one shining, bro. People like to discredit Messi because, Messi is so good. People want to discredit him. Oh, Di Maria, Di Maria. I love Di Maria with all my heart. I love him so much, but don't try to use the Di Maria card, bro. 2022 World Cup. Di Maria started only 2 games. Game versus Mexico and also the game on the final. Every other game, for example, the Netherlands, he came as a substitute. Those are the only 3 games Di Maria played. He'll score 1 goal. And the 15 goals Argentina scored, Messi scored 10 of those. Messi took a penalty in the Netherlands game, the first penalty. He also took a penalty versus France. Do you understand how scary that is? Do you understand if Messi missed that penalty? He knows the whole team is going to struggle and fumble. And you guys like to say, oh, Di Maria. Yeah, Di Maria is good. Di Maria is crucial. Lautaro's crucial. Emiliano Martinez is crucial. But don't use that card to demonize or to diminish what Lionel Messi has done.
Here, when we compare Maradona and Messi era, right? Those 2 eras.
Argentina
right now
no, let's be for real. Don't even compare Maradona and Messi, bro. Don't even compare Pele and Maradona. Don't even compare Ronaldo and Pele. They played different eras. Bro, everything was changed. Even you see, like the way the people in the Maradona time used to play, that was basically bad. There was not good players. Football was not developed back then. It's literally like taking a car which is right now on top, for example, like a Cossinec or Bugatti, and compare to a Lada. A Bugatti gonna smoke a Lada on fast. It's gonna smoke it on a price. It's gonna smoke it on the features and everything. But a Lada back in his days, a Lada was the biggest thing any man could have. So compare those 2. It's not good. It's not good, It's not good. Like, compare the people in the same generation. Compare Cossinec to a Bugatti, but don't compare a Cossinec to a fucking Lada,
More dependent on Messi than they were on Maradona.
That's true.
And after the Maradona era, they struggled a lot. Now, before we continue, because I want to talk about Di Maria, the federation, the clubs, and the projected 2030 roster, a quick word from the sponsor of this video.
Fuck this nigga, bro.
Action control. You could tell. All 5 finals. And in those 5 games, World Cup history, he's one of the most clutch players in general. Di Maria played 5 finals for Argentina. He won all 5 finals. And in those 5 games, or those 5 finals, he scored in 4 of them. And the one that he didn't score, he was the man of the match. So he's very likely one of the most clutch players in international football history, and Argentina no longer has him.
Yeah.
And guess what happened in the final against Spain? They lost.
Nah. Argentina did not lose because Di Maria was not there, bro. Yes, I believe Di Maria will play good, but Argentina did not lose because of Di Maria. I don't believe that. I believe the team was too tired. The injuries fucked them up. Injuries fucked their substitutions. And I guess the weather, the way they played the match, like, that fucked them up. But don't say, oh, Di Maria was not there, that's why they lost. No, that's not the case, bro. I don't like people try to say, oh, bad luck, oh, this guy was not there, this and that, but the team played bad. They didn't deserve to win.
There were actually 4 finals throughout this era with Di Maria and Messi that Argentina played that Di Maria was not available. And Argentina lost every single final that Di Maria was not available. Now, would they have beat Spain if Di Maria was available for the game in 2026? Probably not. Would it have increased their chances? Yes, absolutely. My point here is 2 guys that have carried Argentina throughout the past decade, actually over a decade, have been...
But wait. Okay.
Di Maria and Messi. Di Maria is gone. Messi's very close to gone. Their sidekicks are aging and mostly...
Yeah, for you guys who don't know, Di Maria is the man of the finals. That's a fact. But Messi, he drags that team through the mud, brother. You remember the Egypt game? If Messi was not there in the Egypt game, they would have easily gone out. Cape Verde game, if Messi was not there, they would have gone out. England game, Messi was not there, they were easily out. Even in the Netherlands game 2022, no Messi, they out. Even in Croatia game, even in the final. Bro, that penalty Messi took after Mbappe, oh my God. That was the most aura penalty I've ever seen, bro. So, Messi does his stuff. Oh, even the Mexico game. You guys remember if Mexico beat Argentina, Argentina was out. You remember what Lionel Messi did, bro? Assist from Di Maria, Messi outside the box, low driven, bottom corner against Guillermo Ochoa, bro. Like, bro, Messi was the biggest man, but Di Maria is the clutchest man. But even though that was the case, Argentina still have a clutch man right now. And that man is called Lautaro Martinez. 2022 World Cup, he was trash. But this World Cup, that guy showed he was so clutch. For example, Copa America 2024, he scored the winning goal. For example, this World Cup against Egypt game, he's the one who gave the bicycle kick to set up Montiel and for Messi to finish. He's also the same guy who gave assist to Enzo Fernandez, beat Egypt game. Also, let's go to the Switzerland game. He's the one who scored the winning goal. Let's go to the England game. He's also the same guy who scored the winning goal. But on the final, he couldn't get the time to play, which on one side, I blame Scaroni for bringing Senesi for Julian Alvarez. But on the other side, that team had a red card, and everybody, two of their best defenders got injured. So Scaroni was like, let me stabilize the defense. Maybe I can take them to penalties. Because if Spain went to penalties with Argentina, it was game over. I don't see in any type of universe 5 Spanish players, as young as they are, as inexperienced they are, 5 of them score 5 straight penalties against Debo. I don't see that. So Scaroni, I can never blame him because he's a coach who never got eliminated for 7 years with the World Cup, Copa America, Finalissima, everything. Never got eliminated. So maybe that match, they fucked up because maybe brought in Nahuel Molina, and Nahuel Molina is not a good defender. Even obviously some mistake for that goal. But Argentina, as a team, they are strong. They are strong, my guy. You may hate them, but that's a strong team. So Lautaro is a clutch man. I believe that's the man for that final, though. I genuinely believe that. I believe if you start Lautaro instead of Julian Alvarez, they would have won that game. Because Julian Alvarez is so good at pressing, but Lautaro is so good at fighting people. He's fighting defenders. He's always making runs. Always making sure defenders always aware of him. And that's what creates space for Messi. Because when Lautaro is moving, running, punching, pushing people, fucking up, causing a chaos in our defense, that's what fuck up defenders and create space for Messi and finish it, bro. So, Di Maria is gone, but I believe Lautaro can be a good substitute for the clutch moments. As they showed in this World Cup, 3 goals as a substitute. Insane.
He is gone. Messi's very close to gone. Their sidekicks are aging and mostly done with, like Otamendi, De Pauls.
Otamendi retired.
Those guys, right? They're either done or very close to done. And if you ignore the conspiracy theories for a second here, the decline of Argentina was already noticeable in the 2026 World Cup. Look at their performances against Cabo Verde, Egypt, Switzerland, England choked, and even the final against Spain. Ignore the conspiracies, okay? Let's just assume the World Cup was fair and square, which I believe it was.
Yeah, the World Cup was fair, bro. World Cup was fair. But, bro, you never watch Argentina, bro. Even in 2022, they suffered every game, bro. Look, the Australia game. Australia game, if it was not for Lisandro Martinez and Dibu Martinez, they was going to go to extra time that game. Look, the Netherlands game. They struggled in that game, too. Maybe Croatia game was easy. But look, the France game. They struggled. Cape Verde game. They struggled. Egypt game. They struggled. Even Copa America. Against Ecuador, they struggled. They struggled in basically every game of their tournament. Go watch the Copa America. They always struggle. They always have to finish it on penalties. Even in the Copa America final, they had to go to penalties to finish it off. That's what Messi said after the Cape Verde game. He was like, this team know how to suffer and make it through, bro. That's the best Argentina trait. This is the team you can do a comeback on. The same way France did a comeback on them. And still have the balls to stand up and win that game, bro. They don't win the game because they are strong and they dominate every game. They win the games because when she get tough, they are tough for that, bro. They are built for that, bro. I watch Argentina, bro, so much. So to say, oh, they look weak. Yeah, they look weak every fucking game, my nigga. But that's not what matters. What matters is that they reached to the final and teams couldn't. Even in the final, bro, bro, Spain got lucky, man. I swear to God, if they gave them a week, like they did in 2022, to let the players rest, Argentina was winning that game easy, bro. Those injuries was not gonna fuck up their substitution rotation.
Conspiracies, okay?
That's why even Scaloni tried to start Nico Gonzalez and Deport. Those are good subs. But he was like, let me try something new because the players are tired. Paredes already had the injury in his lips. Messi said he was done. You remember Messi in the warm-up? Nigga was not hitting anything. All his shots was going up. Like, that game was fucked up. Like, the team was too tired. Don't try to say it was, oh, they look weak. Argentina look weak in every game. But in the last minutes, that's when you feel them, bro. That was making me remember of the Real Madrid 2022, bro. They look weak every game. They had to come back every game. But they still won a Champions League, my nigga. So, levels to the shit.
Let's just assume the World Cup was fair and square, which I believe it was. Argentina was abysmal for the most part. This was an old, aging team that wasn't great, heavily reliant on a 38 or 39-year-old Lionel Messi that honestly went much further than they should have. And then in the final, they finally faced a top team, right? Which to me, the two top teams were Spain and France. And when Argentina faced Spain, they were completely dominated. It was actually quite an embarrassing performance in the final. And along with everything I just said, there's also some political instability coming to the Argentine Federation with Tapia, right? He's the one in charge of the Argentine Federation, Argentine football right now. Apparently, he's being investigated by the FBI. There's a lot of iffy stuff going on there with the federation, the clubs, Argentina in general. And if you are Brazilian, you know this, that the political instability with the Brazilian Federation, CBF, over the years eventually came back to bite Brazil. And if Argentina continues to go this path with their federation, there will be some very strong political instability, and it will come back to bite Argentina at some point. Maybe sooner rather than later. And I'm not going to dive into that, okay? You guys can look up Tapia, that's their president of their federation, and what's going on there. I'm just going to say it, shit's about to hit the fan. Now, before we talk about the 20...
Nah, that's even being a hater, bro. That's even being a hater.
30 projected roster. Keep in mind that Argentinian club soccer or club football is going through an all-time low. From a financial perspective, honestly, development perspective, in terms of developing good talent, they have good players coming up, but not the world-class players like Messi.
Argentina never have world-class players, brother. What the fuck? Argentina never have world-class players. Maybe France does. Maybe England does. Maybe Spain does. But Argentina, they have passion, my guy. I keep saying that same word. They have passion. In the last 4 World Cups, Argentina played final 3 times. They have people like Otamendi. Let's take, for example, Emiliano Martinez. Nobody knew that guy before Messi. Rodrigo de Paul. Nobody knew that guy. Thiago Armada. Nobody knew that guy. Julian Alvarez. He was a kid coming from River Plate when we finally found out that guy. Maybe Lautaro had a name. But Enzo Fernandez. Nobody knew that. McAllister. He was just a guy playing in Brighton. Like, these are not the guys with crazy names that you may think, oh, N'Golo Kante, Pogba. No. These are names you may know. Maybe in the past Argentina, you had someone like Aguero, someone like Di Maria, some, people like Icardi, people with names. But now, if from 2022, from 2021, even now, until now, like, nobody knows. It's just people who know my names, but they are crazy, bro. Nobody knew of Montier. No one knew of Molina. No one knew of Acuna. No one knew of Tagliafico. But these guys, when they come together, when they form an alliance, you are dead.
Di Marias, Mascherano's, Aguero's, like guys like that, Riquelme's, not like that. Yeah. And on top of that, the results show. Their results...
Nah. Argentina scored the most goals in the World Cup ever, bro. What do you mean results show? Those guys not here, but they still scored the most goals. So I don't know what this guy talking about.
In South America, which they were once dominant, even over the Brazilian clubs, that's not happening anymore. The Brazilian clubs are the ones dominating.
So what is the Brazil doing in the World Cup? You guys got choked by Norway, bro. You understand how crazy that is?
Brazilian clubs have won the past 7 Copa Libertadores.
And for the 7 years, Argentina never got eliminated until Spain did it.
It's recent, but the lack of money in Argentine football is actually nuts. The quality is gone, and in the 2030s, you will see that show up with the national team, believe me. The winner of the Argentine League gets roughly $500,000 in prize money. The winner of the second division in Brazil wins roughly $650,000. So if you win the second division of Brazil, you make more money than the winner of the Argentine League. Apparently, River Plate still has money. They're going to be expanding the Monumental de Nunes, the stadium. They're going to be they're signing some expensive players like Thiago Almada. And I also understand that money ain't everything. But eventually...
Yeah, money is not everything, though. Money is genuinely not everything, but at some point, everything runs back to money. I'm going to give you a good example. Look, the PSG team. They just done back-to-back back-to-back Champions Leagues. But they have a team which is relatively cheaper to what they brought Neymar, to what they brought Mbappe, and to what they used to buy Messi, bro. When they had the strongest team, according to your words, when they bought the best of the best of the best, Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe, that was the best of the best. They couldn't do shit. But they did back-to-back Champions League. When those guys were left, we're not there. So money is there, money is important, but money is not everything, brother.
that does hurt development, that hurts infrastructure, that hurts local football. And that is hurting Argentina, and it will continue to hurt them. The results with the clubs eventually will show up with the national team. So I think this is the perfect time to transition into looking towards their 2030 projected roster. So you can see the actual players that are expected to be.
So the players who I believe are gonna cook, obviously Julian Alvarez, obviously Lautaro gonna be there, the clutchest man. Obviously Nico Paz, obviously Enzo Fernandez, Macarite, obviously Thiago Armada, Mastantuono, Zamastanduono, I don't know, Valentin Barco. I believe Lisandro gonna be there, Romero gonna be there. Tagliafico, I don't know if he's gonna be there, bro. Tagliafico, I don't know. But I believe if Tagliafico pull up age 38, that would be insane. You know? But he say he does it. That was his last World Cup. And I respect him for everything done, but, you know? I believe Argentina is not about names, bro. It's all about spirit.
There, and why I believe this is a very mediocre team. Like, could they do okay? Sure. So let's dive into that.
Mediocre. First of all, analyze this one. We should reach the final. Analyze the 2022 one. And then start calling them mediocre, bro.
Let's look into the Argentine 2030 World Cup projected roster. In the meantime, make sure to drop a like in this video if you haven't already. Okay, so let's just quickly dive into their projected 2030 roster. And I want to make one thing clear. This is not the one that I made. So you're going to say, well, you're biased, right? You're going to pick the worst possible players and make the worst possible roster to push a narrative. No, I am very fair. Some might say I'm the most fair guy on YouTube. Like, you won't find someone that's more.
Nah, the most fair guy on YouTube is the guy named Coach Ali, bro. Go show him love. He's dope. He's dope. Does a lot of good things. He's the guy with the most ball knowledge on YouTube. He doesn't like to lie. He doesn't like to pick a side. He said the truth. He's a Ronaldo fan, but he's like, Ronaldo, I don't want to see you play another World Cup. Because you're embarrassing yourself, and that's a fact.
More fair than myself. So what I did was I got the projected 2030 roster from the account called Suda Analytics. This account is based on Argentina, right? This is a guy or a girl, whoever's in charge of this account, from Argentina. I know they cover South American football as a whole, but it's from Argentina. And this is the Argentine projected 2030 roster that they made, right? Obviously without Lionel Messi, assuming Messi doesn't play in that World Cup. And even
Messi's gonna be there, though. I wish he's gonna be there.
even if Messi does play, it's going to be a 42-year-old Messi. Could he still be effective? Maybe. But
could he still be effective? You guys were saying the same thing when you heard he was 39. And the guy scored more goals than Mbappe and had more assists. If it was not for the third place game, Messi was going to end up as Golden Boot winner. So when you say, he's going to be 43, 43. You understand when he's 43 and he outperforms his version at 39. The same way he was 39, outperformed his version at 35. The same way he was 35, outperformed his version of 31. That's Leo Messi, brother. That's Leo Messi. Don't ever play with Leo Messi in your life. That's one thing I learned.
look at these players. I'm just going to give you the names and you judge it yourself, right? Goalkeeper, he put Beltran on goal, the 25-year-old. He'll be 25 in that World Cup, Beltran, with Emi Martinez as the backup. That's fine. Goalkeeper-wise, whether it's Beltran, Emi Martinez, Argentina is fine. The fullbacks, the main ones that they put were Del Blanco, that I believe he plays for Strasbourg, and GI that plays for Palmeiras, with Simeone being the backup. Simeone's a guy that just runs and kicks the shit out of people. I watch a lot of Palmeiras, right? I'm wearing a Palmeiras jacket right now. GI is not bad. He's okay, right? I think Del Blanco and GI, they're more or less the same level as like the Molinas, the Tagliaficos, the Acuñas that Argentina had. So when it comes to fullbacks, Argentina's fine. The center backs, Lisandro Martinez will be 32 years old. Romero will be 32. That's fine. Then they have Medina, Gomez, Palacios, Trollo, Anselmino, and Ovando as other options. So when it comes to goalkeeper, center backs, and fullbacks, I think Argentina's fine, right? This is not anything world-class. Besides the center backs are really good. Romero
You better understand the hate they're going to put on Enzo Fernandez. I'm just waiting.
and Lisandro Martinez are very good center backs. The fullbacks are fine. They're not a problem. The goalkeeper will be fine as well. The problem now becomes the midfield and the forwards, right? Like, first and foremost, McAllister starting in 2030. I don't rate him very much. McAllister's still there.
You better hit McAllister, bro. McAllister has more goals. in more goals in knockouts of the World Cup than another, bro. What are you talking about?
The backups are Perone and Eki Fernandez, all right, at age 27 and 27. And then you have Enzo Fernandez, that is just, he's a good player, just very stupid, right?
Oh, very stupid. You understand that? The stupid person is you, little bitch. The stupid person is you. Enzo Fernandez. He's the second most high-rated player in the World Cup. This one we just done finishing, bro. He was the second after Messi, bro. Enzo Fernandez has more goals than Ronaldo in a World Cup knockout, bro. Enzo Fernandez is the guy who scored the goal versus Egypt to win the game. He's the same guy who brought Argentina back into the game with a crazy shot from outside. And he's like, oh, he's very stupid. He got a red card. Are you gonna call Zidane a stupid fuck because he also got a red card in the final? Bro, the one game is not gonna determine someone whole campaign, bro. Enzo Fernandez played 2 World Cups. He was efficient 2 World Cups. Remember the final, the second goal, the second goal of Messi against the France. He's the one who gave that ball to Lautaro and made sure Lautaro was now outside. You guys remember that? And you're gonna say, oh, he's stupid. The stupid person is you with a fucking stupid ass bitch. Okay, let me chill out. But you the stupid one though.
You have Enzo Fernandez, that is just, he's a good player.
Or you they just want to hate Enzo, bro. This guy is so good, bro. This guy just so good. And they just hate him, bro. Bro, this guy is crazy.
It's very stupid, right? That's the only problem with him. You saw that in the World Cup final.
Bro. The red card he got, the first yellow, everybody protests against the ref. Everybody. Even the Spain protested, but didn't get a yellow card. The second yellow card, that was not Enzo trying to injure Kubarsi. Enzo just jumped in front of him, and Kubarsi all of a sudden flipped. Bro, that was not like a stupid card or a stupid foul Enzo did. No. Maybe the first one, you can call it stupid because, even if he got injured, even if he got fouled, maybe the best thing was not to do something to the ref and protest maybe. But the second one, he did not want to injure him. Not at all. Kubarsi was just smart. The smartness in football, for you guys that don't know. Even you remember the penalty Spain got against France. Lamine Yamal seen Rucadinha about to kick the ball. Lamine Yamal jumped in there. Was that a penalty? Yes. But was Rucadinha stupid? No. Did Rucadinha want to injure Lamine Yamal? No. Lamine was just smart and seeing something about to happen, and he acted so that he gonna get a foul. That's something with Kubarsi. The ball came, Kubarsi pulled the ball right there. Somewhere there was no person. And then when Enzo jumped, Kubarsi put his leg behind. So when Enzo jumped with the momentum, the guy just flipped. He didn't even flip like a front flip. It was like a side flip. For you guys who don't know, bro. So Enzo Fernandez, to call him stupid, you're the one who's stupid, bro.
Palacios at age 31 and Andrada will be 23. Listen, again, God bless Argentina right there, because they're okay, but that's not a tremendous midfield that you would expect to win the World Cup. Can they go far with that? Sure, but
bro, this midfield just went back-to-back World Cup finals, bro. And you're like, oh, this midfield, this and that. Shut the fuck up.
I don't see anything special there. Now look at the flanks here, the wingers or the wide midfielders. Starting in the projected starting 11 that he put here, or the projected 2030 roster, you have Valentin Barco and Nico Paz. These are not bad players, but again, like, what a downfall, right? When you have players like, for example, Di Maria.
Oh, what a downfall. What a downfall. A Brazilian guy saying that, bro.
Honestly, I think Lo Celso, when they had him back in the 2022 cycle, I know he was injured for the World Cup and all that. To me, that's a better player as well, right? And you don't have Di Maria anymore. You don't have any world-class players out wide.
World class. Oh, world class, bro. World class doesn't fucking play shit, little man. He doesn't play shit.
Barco. Then after that, you have Thiago Almada.
World class? Oh, bro, world class, bro. Germany has world class players, bro. What did they do? They chunked to Paraguay. So to say world class to me doesn't mean a single thing in football. Oh, they're not world class, bro. They're not scary. Yeah, they're not scary on their names. But when it comes to play, you will see how scary they are.
Mada, which just came back to River Plate. Aranda, Prestiani, and then they're going to say, what about Mastantuono from Real Madrid? I think he just got a loan to Fiorentina. He's fine. He'll be okay. To me, that's not a world-class prospect.
World class.
And then they're going to...
So, you care about a prospect and a world class. But you know, you don't know, bro. This guy, he's biased. Obviously, I try to not be biased because I believe yes, they're now really world class players. But what's make Argentina great is not world class players, brother. The last 4 World Cups, Argentina played final 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. So to talk about the world class, those world class players that got eliminated. France has the most world class players. Mbappe in his prime, Dembele insane, Olise insane. But when they play Spain, they only took 1 shot. Only 1 shot. One the whole game, bro. So to tell me you got world class players and you're gonna chuck to Zubimendi, what's that say, bro? Football is a team sport. To tell me you have world class players who not gonna play as a team, that's useless. That is useless. And that's why on the final, it was 2 teams which don't have world class players better than everybody, but they play as a team. Spain play as a team. And Spain play as a team because of the system the manager brought. And Argentina play as a team for Messi. They play for Messi. They're dying for Messi. That's the difference.
Hype up Echeverri because Man City signed him like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, something like that. He'll be 24 by then. I just don't see it, guys, right? For a national team that used to have, I'm not even going to go very far. I'm going to go in the post-Maradona era, right? The post-Maradona era where they struggled to get trophies. This is a team that had run.
They play for finals, though. Don't talk. They struggle to win trophies, but they play for finals. When they say they didn't win trophies, you may think it was a team there, trash, never have a chance, never fight. No, they've always been fighters. They've always been warriors.
Riquelme, right? Riquelme was there. Pablo Aimar, Carlitos Tevez. That was another great player right there. And then obviously after came Messi, Di Maria, Kun Agüero. Honestly, even Higuain. Higuain was fantastic.
Nah. Fuck Higuain, bro. Higuain, I will never forgive him for that pass the German gave to him. And the guy was like, you know what, let me put this outside,
well,
bro.
not maybe not for Argentina, but a fantastic player. And then right now, you look at...
Yeah, if he's a good player elsewhere, who gives a fuck, brother? Lisandro Martinez is a good defender, but for Manchester United, he's not as good as when he's putting that fucking white and blue Argentina jersey. They are 2 different people. So if he was a good striker, if he scored more goals than Maradona, but when it comes to Argentina, he didn't do things. Who cares?
Barco and Paz starting, you're not winning a World Cup with Valentin Barco and Nico Paz starting. Honestly, not even just winning a World Cup. Is this a team to get past the quarterfinals? I don't know, man. Then up top, you have a 32-year-old Lautaro Martinez that should be declining by then. The other options are Panicelli and Freitas. Then you have Julian Alvarez at age 30, Flaco Lopez, and Santi Castro. Now, as a Palmeiras fan, maybe I'm biased here. I think by then, Flaco Lopez could be starting for Argentina as a center forward. I could see him being at the level or a little bit better than a declining Lautaro Martinez by then. I could see that totally happening. Flaco Lopez, to me, is a very good player. But again, look at this starting 11. Beltran, Martinez, Romero, Gi, Del Blanco, McAllister, and Enzo Fernandez in the midfield. Nico Paz on the right. Valentin Barco on the left. Julian Alvarez and Lautaro up top, or maybe Flaco Lopez. Is this a team that you look at and you say, these are World Cup contenders? This, to me, looks like a quarter finalists in the World Cup, right? If they perform to their level. If they overperform, semifinals. And if they underperform...
Yeah, that's what people say. Oh, this Argentina team... I remember Coach Ali, he was like, this Argentina team not get past Colombia in the quarterfinals. Oh, this team's not getting past England. And I remember he making a video on the finals like, shit, Argentina's in the final now.
They lose earlier, right? This is... Honestly, I've been following Argentina closely since 2002 when they had a bad World Cup. They got grouped in that World Cup, and I've been following them very closely alongside Brazil, the United States, and Mexico. This is one of the worst Argentine teams I've seen. And they've had some teams that struggled in the past. But in terms of pure talent, this is one of the weakest ones I've seen. Okay, so...
Yeah, obviously, he's biased, bro. He's biased. He thinks the talent is all about names. Talent is all about which team you play in. Nah, that's not the fucking case, brother. Talent is what someone gonna put on a fucking play, brother. I can show you a lot of players who don't have big names, but they are scary.
These are just my thoughts. You got the players right there. You draw your own conclusions. But you tell me in the comment section, does that look like a team that can win a World Cup? That's a team that's going to also struggle to win the Copa America. I think when it comes to talent, it's not too crazy to say Brazil has more talent, then
Yeah, but it still got fucked up by Norway, bro. You got fucked up by Norway. So to say that, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
the players I just listed. But anyhow, that was the projected 2030 roster. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like before you go, and thank
So this guy doesn't deserve a like. Let me see what the people are talking about. I want to scroll. Fan from Pakistan. We get there. Will there be a downfall? Yes, but I don't think it will be as bad as you're implying. Maybe for the next World Cups, they may have a downfall, but I don't think they're going to have a very, like that Brazil, Germany had. Oh, they struggled 1994 to 2014, bro. They played three finals before 2014, brother. I don't know what this guy talking about. Yeah, I believe Messi's gonna be there because 40 minutes for this video? Nah, brother. Nah, I believe Messi will be there. And I wish he's gonna be there, bro, because that team played for Messi, and if Messi is old and he can help, they can build like a good team like Spain did. And, you know, kill the teams, you know?